Are you thinking about purchasing Lightning Lane Multi-Pass for Epcot and you're wondering whether or not it's worth it? Come with me and find out. Good morning from Disney World's Epcot. I never know how to say that. Is it Disney World's Epcot or Epcot at Disney World? Either way, we're here at Epcot for day 2 of testing Disney's new Lightning Lane Multi-Pass system.
Lilu Dallas Multi-Pass.
Yeah.
Multi-Pass.
Multi-Pass. She knows it's a multi-pass.
So yesterday we tested out Hollywood Studios. I did post that video if you want to check that out after this one. I'll be sure to link it. I'm so excited for today because not only did we reserve a Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, but we also purchased the Lightning Lane Single Pass for Epcot, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And I was able to get a virtual queue this morning. So we're gonna ride it twice. What's especially cool is that yesterday, when I bought the Lightning Lane Single Pass for Guardians, I picked the early time. I think it was 9:05 to 10:05. And then this morning, when I got the virtual queue, I got group 15. And group 15 has already been called. They actually called us at 8:40 in the morning, which means we have till 9:40 to get there. And it is now 9:14. So we're kind of in a rush to get there. All right, we are scanned and ready to go. Luckily, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is pretty close to the entrance of the park. So it only takes us about 5 minutes to get there. It is now 9:21, so we have plenty of time. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our plan today. So far, we have a virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy that has already been called. We also have a Lightning Lane for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is good from 9:05 in the morning until 10:05. So I'm hoping that the virtual queue line isn't too long or we don't have a delay. Otherwise, we might miss our Lightning Lane Single Pass, which I don't think is gonna happen though. After that, we have a Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is our first selection on our Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. And that, I believe, is at 10:15. So by the time we get off of these two rides, we should be good to go to walk over to Friends for that one. All right, just scanned in for our virtual queue ride on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at 9:25 in the morning. Let's see what time we get out. It is now 9:42. Not too bad. All right, we just got off our first ride. We got September, by the way, which is the best song. Now let's go for our second ride. It's now 9:48, by the way, so we have plenty of time. What a way to start our day here at Epcot. 2 rides in Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I couldn't have asked for a better start. In case you don't know how to obtain a virtual queue, I'm gonna insert a little clip of a past video that I made explaining it in detail. Now this is gonna be specifically for getting a 7 a.m. queue spot for Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot. First thing you wanna make sure is, at least the night before, that you have a theme park reservation if it's necessary for Epcot. Then on the morning that you're coming to Epcot, someone needs to be up before 7 a.m. to get on the My Disney Experience app. I would give yourself at least 10 minutes to set yourself up on the app just in case you need to make any changes to your group. Once you're on the app, go ahead and hit the home button and then scroll down until you see virtual queue. Here you'll see another button that says join virtual queue. Go ahead and hit that. On the next screen, it'll give you the choices of either choosing Magic Kingdom or Epcot. Today, you want to choose Epcot. On the next screen, it'll show your eligible party on who can join the virtual queue. And that's where you'll see a refresh button. At 6:59 a.m., you want to start hitting that refresh button. The My Disney Experience app uses the same time as your cell phone. You can time it with that. And if you have a clock that shows seconds, that's even better because you won't have to hit the button for the whole minute. You just want to make sure that you're hitting that refresh button right when the clock turns to 7 a.m. This queue does fill up in less than a minute. So if you don't get it right when the clock turns at 7 a.m., you're not gonna get it. So make sure you're ready at least 10 minutes before 7 o'clock. Get on the My Disney Experience app so you can get a virtual queue. Okay, so let's talk about Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. Lightning Lane Multi-Pass is Disney's new skip the line system that they started yesterday, July 24th. Today at Epcot, in order to obtain a Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, you have to pay $21 per person. And by the way, Lightning Lane Single Pass is the one where you just get one ride. So here at Epcot is Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the one that you pay for. It's very, very similar to the Genie Plus individual Lightning Lane. It's the same thing basically. But it's Cosmic Rewind, and that one alone is $17. It's just for that one ride, Cosmic Rewind, and that is the single pass. Now, when you purchase Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, that includes the rest of the rides here at Epcot, but with one slight caveat. The attractions here are separated by groups, by two groups, a Group A and a Group B, or a Tier A or Tier B. Lightning Lane Multi-Pass allows you to hold at least 3 Lightning Lanes at a time throughout your day. So when you do your first selections, you can choose 3 rides. All the rides are separated into groups, 2 groups actually, Group A and a Group B, or Tier A, Tier B, however you want to call it. So Tier 1 or Tier A is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, Frozen Ever After, Soarin', and Test Track. Which, by the way, Test Track is going to be closed until next year, until 2025. It's doing it's doing a re-theme right now, so it'll open up as Test Track 3.0. So it's not available for you to choose right now. Tier 2 or Tier B is Mission Space, Spaceship Earth, Living with the Land, Journey into Imagination with Figment, The Seas with Nemo and Friends, and it also includes your stage shows. So although you can hold 3 Lightning Lanes at one time, you can only one of them can be from the Tier 1 group, and then the rest will be from the other group. So yesterday when I made my selections for today, I selected, of course I did the Lightning Lane Single Pass, which is separate, but I selected Remy's Ratatouille Adventure as my Tier 1, and then I selected Journey into Imagination and Spaceship Earth. Now, how far in advance can you purchase Lightning Lane Multi-Pass? I'm glad you asked. If you just have a regular park reservation and you are not staying at a resort, you can purchase Lightning Lane Multi-Pass 3 days in advance, and you can start making your first selections. However, if you are staying at a qualifying Disney resort, which is pretty much all the Disney resorts, and then there's some resorts like Swan and Dolphin, I'll put a list here so you know exactly which other resorts qualify. You can start purchasing Lightning Lane Multi-Pass 7 days before the first day of your reservation. Not only that, but you can start purchasing Lightning Lane Multi-Pass for all of the days of your trip. You just have to start purchasing it 7 days ahead of your first day. And the limit to that is like a 14-day trip. So let's say it's August 1st, and the first day of your Disney stay at a Disney resort is August 8th. And you are staying all the way to the 12th, which is pretty much a 5-day trip. On August 1st, you can start buying Lightning Lane Multi-Pass for all 5 of those days, including the 12th.
Everybody got that?
And again, the limit is 14 days. So if you have a 14-day trip, I guess that would be, yeah, so using that example, if you had a 14-day trip that starts on the 8th of August, then on August 1st, you can already purchase just a Lightning Lane Multi-Pass for August 22nd, which is the last day of your 14-day trip. Sounds like a lot of fun. I really hope I did that math right, but I hope you get my drift. Yesterday when I made my Hollywood Studios video on Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, I mentioned that it's only deluxe resort guests. I'm so sorry, I confused qualifying resort with deluxe resort. I just totally confused the verbiage on that. It's any Disney resort. They just say qualifying ones because there's ones that are not owned by Disney but still qualify. All right, so back to our day. We are a little bit behind for Remy's. I was hoping to get there right when it was time for us to scan in, but I was doing some recording and I needed to do some thinking, and I put us a little bit behind on that. It's 10:30 right now. I imagine that we'll get there in another 5 to 7 minutes or so. I was hoping to get one more tier 1 ride out of this Lightning Lane Muti-Pass, but right now I'm starting to get doubtful. I'm almost certain I'm not gonna get Frozen Ever After, but I was hoping to get Soarin'. All right, so while we're walking to Paris, let's talk. Lightning Lane Muti-Pass. Is it worth it? Well, if you're gonna be in the parks all day and you really don't wanna wait in line for certain rides, then I say sure. And you can afford it. It's $21 per person. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. Like, honestly, the whole fact that you can choose 3 at a time doesn't make much of a difference if the tier 2 rides or the group B rides are ones that you don't have to wait in lines anyway, usually. And if all the rides that you have to wait in line for are all in tier 1 and you're only gonna get 2 per day at most, then yeah, that's what you're paying for. On some days where it's super busy, if you're a resort guest that can get way ahead of everybody else and get some great times, then yes, absolutely. If you are gonna purchase Lightning Lane Muti-Pass, do your homework. Just make sure you know ahead of time which ride you're gonna select and come up with a plan to just get the most out of your day. You wanna always be able to maximize your money, maximize your time. And that's what I'm here to help you to do. We have finally made it to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. I'm excited to scan in to see what else I can sign up for on the new Disney's Lightning Lane Muti-Pass. Standby wait time was 45 minutes. It is now 10:39. Let's see how long we actually have to wait. While I wait, hopefully I get time to sign up for something else. So it's now 10:41 in the morning and Frozen Ever After is no longer available to choose. I was able to get a 11 a.m. Soarin', however. That's pretty good. So right after here, we'll head over to Soarin', which again, if you saw from my video yesterday, there's gonna be a lot of zigzagging you do with this. And that was with the old Genie Plus too. You just kind of have to, like, you know, plan out your day to be as efficient as you can. But I'm really just wanting to test this system for you, so I'm gonna just follow it the best I can. It's now 10:44 and we are next. 5-minute wait, not too bad. All right, just got off Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. We have another Lightning Lane for Soarin' at 11 a.m. It is now 10:55, so we're gonna head straight over there. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the standby wait time for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure was 45 minutes. It is one of the most popular rides in this park. It's this one, Frozen, and probably Guardians, the top three most popular rides in this park. So waiting 5 minutes online, not too bad. After our 11 o'clock Soarin', we have an 11:20 Journey into Imagination with Figment. And we also have a 12:20 Spaceship Earth. I'm gonna see if I grab some other Lightning Lanes in between. So it's now 11:07 in the morning, so we're gonna change up the plan. Since we have an 11:20 Figment, which technically means that we can scan in at 11:15, we're gonna do that first just because it's on the way to Soarin'. I don't imagine that we'll miss our 12 o'clock appointment with Soarin'. So Figment's next. So I'm not sure, but I imagine that this is gonna be one of the first rides that we run into that don't have a long wait anyway. But we'll see. I'm starting to see a pretty long line. Standby wait time was actually 25 minutes. I'm shocked. This is actually my first time on this ride, so I wasn't really sure. It is now 11:17, we just scanned in. Let's see how long we actually have to wait. This is one of the Lightning Lanes where you have to scan twice, so now I can sign up for our next Lightning Lane. It's about to be 11:20 and we are next. That was less than a 5-minute wait for a 25-minute standby wait. Not too bad. All right, we just got off Journey into Imagination with Figment. It's a little bit past 11:30. While I was in line for that ride, which was less than 5 minutes, by the way, we did sign up for one more Lightning Lane, and that was Finding Nemo. So our next Lightning Lane that we're gonna head to, though, is Soarin'. After that, probably Finding Nemo. Then after that, it's Spaceship Earth. And that should be it for us. Soarin' is another tier 1 ride, so I was very happy to get that one. I kind of figured I wasn't gonna get Frozen. Last I checked, Frozen was no longer available in order for you to choose. So after we do Soarin', We have 2 more rides, and we pretty much did all the rides here at Epcot. Not a lot of rides to do. So maybe Lightning Lane Multi-Pass would be best saved for another park. If you are budgeting, like Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios especially. Magic Kingdom has the most rides, so it's gonna be the most expensive. But you can probably make some pretty good use out of that one. I was going back and forth on whether or not I should do a video on Magic Kingdom. If you do want to see me do Magic Kingdom with Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, let me know in the comments below. Soarin' is a 45-minute standby wait time. It's now exactly 11:39. We just scanned in. Let's see how long we actually have to wait. So it's now 11:52, and we are at our boarding station. It did seem like there was some sort of delay, but still, 13-minute wait time, less than 15 minutes, or about 15 minutes by the time they let us in. Not too bad. Just got off Soarin'. While we were in line for Soarin', I decided to go ahead and choose another Lightning Lane. So next, right next door of Soarin' is Living with the Land, and it was available right away, so I chose it. And that's where we're going next. So Living with the Land is currently a 15-minute wait. Scanned in at 12:07. Let's see how long we actually have to wait. It's now 12:09. So we'll probably have to wait another minute. So it was a 3-minute wait time for this ride. Not too bad. Just got off Living with the Land. Next up, Finding Nemo. As I am going from ride to ride to ride to ride, if getting on all the rides is important to you, man, I'm gonna say it. Lightning Lane Multi-Pass is definitely worth it. Right, looks like Finding Nemo standby wait time is 35 minutes. It is now 12:31. We just scanned in. As always, let's see how long we actually have to wait. It's 12:36. And we are on the ride. Not too bad. All right, just got off Finding Nemo. In case you're interested in a pretty fun show, right next door they have Turtle Talk with Crush. It's very funny. So our next ride is gonna be Spaceship Earth, and it's probably gonna be our last, which means we did 2 out of the 3 available Tier 1 rides today. Almost every ride on Tier 2, except for Mission Space, which I can't ride that ride without feeling sick. All within just a few hours. Not too bad. But what better way to end our day than a nice relaxing ride on Spaceship Earth. All right, it's 12:54 and we just scanned in. Let's see how long we actually have to wait. Just got off Spaceship Earth. Ended up waiting around 10 minutes, which wasn't too bad. All right, so it's about 1:10 p.m. I think we're done for today. So what is my thoughts on Lightning Lane Multi-Pass for Epcot? First, let's start with what we were able to do today. We got here at around 9:15 in the morning. So we spent about 3 hours and 45 minutes in the park. Within that time, we rode Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, 2 times, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, Soarin', Journey into Imagination with Figment, Living with the Land, Finding Nemo, and Spaceship Earth. So that's a total of 8 rides in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Not too bad, especially considering that the only rides we didn't get on were Frozen Ever After from the Tier 1 group. And then from the Tier 2 group, we didn't do Turtle Talk with Crush, which really, that's not a ride, that's really a show. And Mission Space, which Mission Space I just can't get on because the only time I ever tried it was on the orange side. There's an orange side and a green side. Orange side is more intense. And it made me sick for like, no lie, like 2 days. I just wasn't feeling like my equilibrium was there. So Lightning Lane Multi-Pass at Epcot is definitely a plus if you're looking to not wait in long lines and just as an accompaniment to your day. You're not gonna probably be able to schedule every single ride on Lightning Lane. So there will be some that you have to wait in line. But for the most part, it does save you quite a bit of time. So if you can afford it, go for it. That way you can enjoy all the other things that this beautiful park has to offer. like the dining, the drinking, other shows, just, you know, hanging out. So if you do want me to do a video like this for Magic Kingdom, let me know in the comments below. More fun theme park videos and tips and tricks, go ahead and click above my head. Until next time, as always, keep maximizing your fun.